Who by Charles Causley. Who is that child I see wandering, wandering down by the side of the quivering stream? Why does he seem not to hear, though I call to him? Where does he come from, and what is his name? Why do I see him at sunrise and sunset, talking in old-fashioned clothes the same track? Why, when he walks, does he cast not a shadow, though the sun rises and falls at his back? Why does the dust lie so thick on the hedgerow by the great field where a horse pulls the plough? Why do I see only meadows where houses stand in a line by the riverside now? Why does he move like a wraith by the water, soft as the thistledown on the breeze blown? When I draw near him so that I may hear him, why does he say that his name is my own? The World the First Time by Gareth, Owen. What is that howling, my mother, howling out of the sky? What is it rustles the branches and leaves and throws the cold snow in my eye? That is the wind, my wolf son, the breath of the world passing by, that flattens the grasses and whips up the lake and hurls clouds and birds through the sky. What is that eye gleaming red, mother, gleaming red in the face of the sky? Why does it stare at me so, mother? Why does its fire burn my eye? That is the sun, my wolf child, that changes dark night into day, that warms your fur and the pine-needled floor and melts the cold snows away. And who is this serpent that glides, mother, and winds the dark rocks among, and laughs and sings as he glides through my pores, and feels so cool on my tongue? That is the river, my curious son, that no creature alive can outrun. He cuts out the valleys and watery lakes, and was here when the world first begun. And whose is that face that I see, mother, that face in the water so clear? Why, when I try to catch him, does he suddenly disappear? He is closer to you than your brother, closer than your father or me. He'll run beside you your whole life through, for it is yourself that you see. The Listeners by Walter de la Mare. Is there anybody there? Said the traveller, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor, and a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveller's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said. But no one descended to the traveller. No head from the leaf-fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes where he stood perplexed and still, but only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight to that voice from the world of men, stood thronging the faint moonbeams on the dark stair that goes down to the empty hall, hearkening in an air stirred and shaken by the lonely traveller's call. And he felt in his heart their strangeness, their stillness answering his cry, while his horse moved cropping the dark turf neath the starred and leafy sky. For he suddenly smote on the door even louder and lifted his head. Tell them I came and no one answered, that I kept my word, he said. Never the least stir made the listeners, though every word he spake fell echoing through the shadowiness of the still house from the one man left awake. Aye, they heard his foot upon the stirrup, and the sound of iron on stone, and how the silence surged softly backward when the plunging hoofs were gone.